Welcome to the Bash Podcast, your inside look at San Francisco's ball hockey league. If you think Bash is just a casual ball hockey game on Tuesdays and Saturdays, think again. With 6 teams, a full draft, trades, playoffs, and enough drama to fuel a soap opera, there is never a dull moment. Thinking about joining? Drop by a Tuesday pickup game and make sure to keep an eye out for registration for Summer League in late April, early May. For more information, click on the link below to join the Facebook group, or send an email to sf.bash.hockey@gmail.com to get on the mailing list. Bash is always looking for new players. No experience required, however, highly recommend dropping by a Tuesday pickup to see if it's a good fit for you, and to meet some of the players.
Welcome back to the Bash Podcast. It's a special occasion here. We have like 3 episodes going up in 1 week. You can tell Joel's schedule got lighter. Today I'm joined by an elite crew. Let's hope this one isn't an hour and 20 minutes long, but I have a feeling it might be. Let's start off with a returning guest. We have Will McInnes coming back. How are you, Will?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back on the podcast, Jules.
Yeah, of course. And now we actually have, I believe, 3 brand new guests. We'll start off with a contender to make Rookie of the Year this year, captain in his first year in fall, playing for the Loons, Jeff Lee. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jules. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. And now the 2 captains of the Yetis are joining us today. First up, the defenseman that stands at 6'6", and you can't get anything by him, Jeff Wong. How are you doing, bud?
Dude, what an honor to be on the world famous.
Is he really 6'6"?
No, dude, that's false information.
Yeah, no.
6'5" on a good day.
I'm glad. And then we are joined by the man who killed me in summer every time I played him, and also captain of the Yetis, Matt McCann. What's up, Matt?
What's up? Thanks for having me. I've been reluctant to do this for a while, mostly because I'm a shy guy, but I have a nice frosty cold one in hand, and I'm ready to answer your questions.
I'm not that mean, I promise. Just occasionally, I'll throw people under the bus. All right, I guess we'll start here. You guys, both of your seasons, the Yetis and the Loons, you guys both made playoffs. You both had a pretty successful season. I guess I'll start with Jeff and Matt. How did you guys feel your season went overall? Any players you guys want to shout out that you feel stood out from the crowd? Matt, go ahead. You can kick us off, Mr. Shy Guy.
Sure. I mean, we on paper we weren't supposed to be very good this year, missing our 5th, 6th, and 7th round pick. That's a pretty good core of the end of your first line and the beginning of your second line. But I think we drafted pretty well, and at the beginning of the season, I'll be honest, I just hope that we would make the 4 or 5 game and make something of it, and to find ourselves finishing in 3rd is an overachievement. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice. Jeff Wong, what do you have to say about your guys' season this year?
Yeah, it's been a fun one. The Yetis have always been about drafting about vibes, so I think the vibes were always high the whole year. Matt and I aren't always able to make the pre-draft pickups. We're kind of in the dark with some of the rookies, and I think we got lucky this year with some really awesome dudes. And yeah, it's been a fun season.
Yeah. We'll move on to the Loons here. You guys are the newest expansion team of Bay Area street hockey. We'll start with the man who left red, Will McInnes. How have you felt the Loons have done this season?
I feel pretty good about how the Loons have done. I think we picked up a lot of rookies this year, including my co-captain, Jeff.
Yeah.
We had a pretty rookie-heavy year, and I think it took us a couple games to get settled. It takes a while to learn the nuances of the lick, but we are hot at the right moment, which is right now, and we're feeling really good. I think some of our top guys are feeling pretty good coming into the playoffs, so feeling pretty good overall with how the season's gone.
Jeff, anything to add to that? Anyone you want to shout out? You're having a great rookie season, nominated for Rookie of the Year. Jeff Lee. There's too many Jeffs in this league.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely been an amazing learning experience. I've been a long-time admirer of the league, watching Willie Boy play over here. But yeah, it's been great to finally get out there as a player. Obviously learning amongst all the rookies on our team. We got Saw and Travis Costarini who are stepping up on the Bashers this year, which should be a fun one to continue the team chemistry. But obviously learning from a guy, the legend Z, has been valuable. It's been incredible to play on a line with him and just kind of learn the bounces of the lick and how to win.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've heard only good things about Z, and I've only had one encounter with him, and I was like, that man has muscles. Holy shit. Okay. Now,
Only good things.
Only good things.
Dude, what a classic hockey answer.
I know, right? That guy has muscles. All right, let's move on to our playoff preview here. We have 2 exciting matchups. Fun fact, guys, we're actually going to be miking up Sergi for the 10 a.m. game on Sunday. So Sergi will be mic'd up for Rink Rats versus Yetis, the 10 a.m. Sunday game. So stay tuned for that. But real quick, let's talk about the Yetis versus Rink Rats. I guess I'm going to start with not the Yetis. Will and Jeff Lee, what do you think? How do you think this series is going to go? What should the audience be excited about with this series? Some key players or whatnot?
I can start. I'm curious to hear what Jeff thinks as well. I mean, it's the same matchup as last year, and the teams are, I don't want to say largely the same because there's always a lot of turnover in Bash, but a lot of the key guys in both teams, I think, are there this year versus last year. So it should be a really interesting matchup. What I've been hearing is that Teddy is maybe missing for game 1, which is obviously a huge loss for Blue. So I guess my prediction would be that White is able to get game 1, and then from there, with Teddy back, game 2 and potentially game 3, it should be a really good battle.
Yeah.
But I think it comes down to my prediction on what it comes down to in that series is, can White contain the offensive firepower of Teddy Hart and Zach Sorsher, 2 of the most deadly forwards in the league? And can they continue to protect Harry Annette, who has been a breakout star this year and has been incredible? But can they continue to do what they've been doing to, protect him? And we'll see what Blue can do against a very hot goalie, I guess. I don't know if Jeff has anything to add.
Yeah, Jeff, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Blue has been, they have some of the top firepower in the league, but they've kind of struggled to field a full team at times. So it's going to be interesting to see them kind of gel together and, pull together for a playoff run here. But, White's obviously got an amazing counterattack. He got Nicky Kelzer always leaking out on the far side with longer passing them, lobbing them through the neutral zone. So I think, Blue's weakness has always been their D. Obviously, they have an insane depth up front, but we'll see how that White counterattack kind of matches up.
Yeah, no, and speak of the 2 demons they have up front, at least Rink Rats, Zach Sorsher in 7 games has 17 goals and 20 assists. Teddy Hart in 12 games, 21 goals, 17 assists. And then you counter that with on Yetis, Matt McCann leads the way with 17 games played, 16 goals, 16 assists. We're going to go to Matt here. Matt, what do you think are the keys for your team winning this series?
Yeah, I agree with a lot with what Willie said. We try to focus on minimizing second chances. We have, I could speak on all the strategy, but, Jeff and I have been here a bunch of times with different squads of different skill levels. And, we kind of just know how to focus during these games and what to do, what not to do. And, I have confidence that we'll make a good game of it regardless.
So I'll ask you, you've been known as, at least from what I've heard, Matt, you're known as one of the best captains in the league, always giving pretty good hype up speeches. What do you tell your team when, they're facing a Teddy Hart, Zach Sorsher, Robert Fabish, all that jazz? That's kind of an off-brand question.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, sometimes if I'm going to criticize myself, sometimes I just start running on with a lot of strategy talks where I don't know. I just try and be real with people with a tiny little bit of comedic relief here and there. But I mean, since this is gonna go out like tomorrow, and we will already have played. I'm just gonna fire people up and tell people to be physical on these guys. Don't get penalties, but Zach and Teddy are both like very gentlemanly dudes with high skill, and sometimes it's the playoffs, and sometimes you have to play those guys a little tougher. Be a little mean to them. Don't be a little asshole, but knock them off their game a little bit. Maybe make them take a penalty.
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
We'll go to Jeff Wong. Jeff, you are the best defender in the league, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, people can disagree with
shots
me.
fired.
People can disagree with me if they want. Sorry, Will.
Hey guys, I actually have to go.
Will leaves right now. Will, I love you, bud. No, I mean, I think there's a lot of good defenders, but I think Jeff, from what I've seen, is probably one of the best ones. Jeff, what are you looking at going into this series? You're probably going to have you and Billy Nupp are going to have the toll of, shutting down Blues' high-powered offense. What are you looking at going into this series?
Well, first off, thanks, Joel. I appreciate the kind shout-outs. Yeah, I mean, like what the boys were saying, Zach and Teddy, and I mean, you can't forget about like Favish and Quick. Like they've got just solid boys all around. Even on the back end, Gottfried and.
I'm joking.
What's that?
I was making a joke. I was saying who to Quick. I don't know who that is. I'm joking. Keep going.
I mean, they're solid all around, so it's more. It's enjoyable to no matter who you're out there with, it's going to be a good battle. Yeah, I mean, it's just keeping the outside and do your best to keep them out front of the net. So
yeah,
nothing too special.
All right. Can I hear your guys' predictions? We're going to start with the Loons. Jeff Lee, who do you think is going to win this series and in how many games?
Ooh, that's a great.
You won't offend us, Jeff. So go with your gut.
Let's see here. I think it's supposed to rain this weekend, so that's kind of a big neutralizer on the offensive side. However, it also kind of throttles speed. But I think Casilli's been pretty damn hot to end the season, so let's go blue in 3. Sorry,
right.
Boys.
Blue in 3. Willie, let's hear it.
As much as I'd love to give a prediction, I've been asked graciously by the boys that are playing the game before us on Saturday and Sunday to ref.
Oh,
and so I think giving a prediction, but potentially. Yeah. And if there's anyone I know is going to be listening to this, it's Casilli, and I'm gonna
no, that's a smart choice. That's a smart choice.
I didn't think of that. That's so funny.
That's a smart choice.
I was like, why is Will pulling back for?
That makes sense. John Quick on the other podcast was literally like, it depends who the refs are for some of these predictions, and I was like, oh my.
He would say that. I mean, actually, I guess there's validity to that. That's fine.
McCann, go ahead. I know you're probably saying Yetis, but who and how many games?
I'll try to keep it somewhat brief. Blue is better on the back end this year, and they're mostly the same team up front. We are about the same on the back end, maybe slightly a little less of a team up front. That being said, we swept them last year with pure strategy in dry weather. We'll probably apply some of that strategy again. But I don't, if I'm just being real, I don't think it's going to be as easy. So we're going to do white and gray.
Okay. Jeff Wong, go ahead, say your predictions.
For the sake of Maddie and Maya's marriage and the kids, I would love to win this in 2. So I'm going to put that out into the universe and hope for the best.
Let's go. I love that.
Maybe I should mic up Jeff for one of the games now. All right.
Honestly, Jeff is ruthless out there.
I feel like Jeff is too quiet to be mic'd up.
Jeff is not as quiet as you think he is.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. We might have to mic up Jeff Wong, guys. Except the
We might
GoPro is
have
just going to be
stronger
like above the.
opinions
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to the next series, which features the Loons and Seals. So actually, I'll just spoil this. I predicted the Loons to win in our prediction that we did with the last episode.
Wow.
It's mainly because I think the Seals are a great team. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I just love an underdog story a little more right now. So, I picked the Loons to win. I'll start with Jeff Wong. How do you think this series is going to go? Who are some of the key factors you think that are going to factor into this?
Good question. I mean, you got the big dogs on both ends.
Yeah.
Charlie, Bransky, Sam. I think, Yellow is so hot right now that it's hard to pick against them. You got all the boys kind of firing on the right cylinders there. And I know Green lost Anthony, unfortunately, so that was a big shot to the back end. I don't know. It's going to be a super tight one. It's either going to be like 7-7 or it's going to be like 1-0.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I have to go with the experience on this. I think I would go three games for for Green.
3 games for Green. All right.
Sorry, boys.
Not McKenna. Sorry, Matt. Let's hear from you, and then we'll go to the 2 Loons. Who do you got? What are your keys?
Oh man, I've spent all this time thinking while Jeff was talking. I still don't really have an answer. I think it's going to be a really close series. Let's break it down really quickly. You have experienced Green. I think if Green was 100% healthy, I would just take them outright, just based on how their season has gone. They found a way to win most of their regular season games. That being said, it's the playoffs, and they play. Bash is Bash, but they play definitely a more passing style game than most teams, and that doesn't always correlate in playoffs. And then you have the Loons, who I definitely agree they're so hot right now. Hansel, and they got Z, who just fucking knows how to win. Assuming these teams have, I have no idea what the attendance picture is looking like. I know these 2 guys will not allude to any of that, and I won't ask them either. But assuming that they have good attendance, I think due to Green's injuries, and only because of that, I think they could probably squeeze out a dub here in 3.
Well, I also think Loons have the goaltending advantage a little. I know Ian's had a great season, and it's nothing against Ian, but I think Loons have a little bit of the goaltending advantage in this series.
Yeah, I agree. Losing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. James was 1 goal away from winning the championship last year. I think he's a great goaltender. But yeah, with Delmonico being injured, they have to really figure out the back end there. Those guys are going to be logging minutes. The rain will help them though, so it's going to be close.
Will.
I totally forgot that. I forgot you guys had Z on your spot.
Yeah.
I feel like I disrespected the vets. I might have to change the answer now.
No, you can't go back. You cannot go back. Let's do this.
I forgot about Z.
Yeah, that's
it's fun to have different answers.
Yeah, it's fun to have different answers.
Jeff and Travis, you guys have so many good rookies that you also have so many good vets on this squad too.
Yeah, Jeremy Apse is having an amazing season also with them. So, go ahead, Matt, or who was talking?
I was going to say that they just got to figure it out in playoffs. It's a different game.
Yeah.
They figured it out now in the nick of time in the regular season. That 4-5 game was so fun to watch. We'll see. Green has the experience. Yellow has the momentum. We'll see. It should be fun.
All right. Well, McKinnis, now that your ego was stroked a bit, how are you feeling going into this series? And you faced Charlie last year, in the first round also, so it's kind of a rematch in that sense. You faced the Seals last year. How are you feeling this year with the Loons, and what are your keys to the series to hopefully win it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've played Charlie for in almost every one of my. This is my 5th year in Bash. 2 years ago, the red team was a bit of a wagon. I think we ended first in the regular season, and then we lost to Green in Game 3. Shout out Garrett Lord, coming back from a long injury exemption, and he came back in his first game back. He scored 2 goals in a 3-2 win.
He's
against
another
us in
one
Game
this year.
3. Yeah. So I have a lot of experience playing against Charlie in the playoffs, which I think is good coming into this this series. I think we have the game plan locked down,
Yeah.
and so if we go out and do what we need to do, I think we'll be in good shape. The thing that I would say is there's going to be attendance issues on both sides. I'm not going to say on this podcast who's missing from our team, but I think both teams are going to have some issues with head count. So that's going to be I think that'll be sort of a negating factor, honestly. The big thing is there's a lot of guys in our squad who haven't played Bash playoffs before. We had a bit of I'd say a taste of it last weekend against Black. But it is, as everyone on this pod knows, a whole different level of Bash.
For sure.
It's another level of intensity. It's way more physical. It's faster. And then this weekend, we actually have the added layer of potentially a rain weekend, which I think introduces a whole host of other complexities. I think the rain honestly plays to our advantage. It's really hard to get shots off. It's hard to handle the ball. The corner battles and getting to the ball first matters a lot more. If we can show up and play our game and focus on the things that have made our team good, which are forecheck, just battling, I think we'll negate some of that skill, that raw skill that Green has with some of the 2 best goal scorers in the league. So I feel good about it, but we'll just see. I mean, rain weekends are so unpredictable, so we'll just have to see what happens.
For sure. Jeff Lee, you're going into your first kind of playoff, like fall playoffs. Summer playoffs is very different than fall, but how are you feeling going into this series? What are the keys? Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, I can't wait to hit someone. It's going to be fun to get out there and battle in the corners. But I mean, it's going to be really interesting because Green and Yellow haven't played proper, rostered matchup. We played them to end the season to fortunately make the play-in, but they only had 5 guys. So I'm excited to, Charlie's going to be out there. It's going to be fun to play against him. I've never played against Ian, so it'll be fun not shooting against Crawford. I'm really excited to see all the rookies step up. I mean, there's been so much momentum going into the end of the season with, we have a lot of rookies with natural talent on the ice, and obviously that doesn't translate to the lick right away, but it's really fun to see kind of the skill come out. And, Travis has been unbelievable stepping up into the offensive play much more to end the year. So it's going to be cool to see him step up. Saul's obviously has nasty hands and he's been such an amazing line mate of mine. So I'm excited for everyone to step up. Excited to see Z take it to another level. And man, James has been on a heater to end the year here. I mean, he had that penalty shot saved to keep us in it. So, can't wait for Saturday.
So what I'm hearing is I might need a mic.
Yeah, that was huge. Shout out James.
Yeah.
On that save, that's huge.
I guess I'll ask what. I mean, I know you guys are probably going to say yourselves, Jeff Lee. What is your prediction for this series, and who do you think on your team, as the captain, has the game-winning goal to send you guys to the next series? You can say yourself.
I think the Loons can take it in 3. When we played them at the end of the year, we definitely frustrated them with our speed and grit in the corners. So I think that's going to be an advantage in the playoffs. But if anyone's going to score, I'm feeling it's going to be one of those either classic Willie or Travis clappers off a Z face-off win. Yeah,
Travis has been so good. Chris Casilla gave him a shout-out last podcast during the play-in game. He was just flying in the offensive zone, and anytime Red played him this year, I was like, that man needs to not run that fast. Yeah,
it's crazy to see him get better. He's obviously been amazing at ball handling and running up and down the court, but man, the shot has kind of taken to another level the past 5 games or so.
Just the right time. Again, playoffs. It's a completely different Beast Bash playoffs. All right, we're gonna go around in a circle, and you guys are gonna tell me your final matchup and who wins it all, and you can say yourself, or if you can say yourself, but then actually pick a team that's not yourself, if that makes sense. So you can say yourself, and then you have to pick a team. If it's not you, who is winning it? Let's start with Matt McCann. Go ahead, bud.
The team that wins it. Let's see.
If it's not the Yetis, who's winning it all? And then we're gonna go to Matt McCann forging all the ballots.
It's not just because these guys are good friends of mine, but I picked Yellow to finish first in the regular season at the draft, just based off their team. I thought it looked really good, and if they get these guys to show up in the playoffs, I think they can. Willie knows how to win. He won last year against us. And so I think it's a fun pick. I'm going to pick Yellow. There's probably some more sensible picks, but it's a fun pick. And I think they could do some damage.
Nice. Jeff Lee, let's go to you, bud.
I mean, I would love a yellow versus white matchup in the finals. I would love to win James's first championship in my rookie year. I think that would mean a lot, especially after the heartbreak last season. But no, I mean, if it's a white versus yellow matchup, it's going to be an all strokes intermission. So I'm hoping for a matchup like that.
Yeah, that ruled. Great shows.
Jeff, who's your prediction if it's not yellow to win it all?
If it's not white.
If it's not white, if it's not white.
No, me.
Yeah, sorry. There's too many Jeffs.
You just got to call him Long Dong Wong or LDW. He responds to that.
Oh my.
I kind of like what Jeff Lee was saying. I think not only Yellow winning in their inaugural season would be pretty cool, but I think James probably deserves it more than anyone else in the league at this point. So you said heartbreak last year, but he's had heartbreak the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
finally it's his time. If White obviously doesn't win it.
Got you.
And Summer League.
Will McInnes, go ahead.
He won Summer League.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I guess I would say my view is that in playoffs, depth is pretty important. And I think that Blue, despite being probably the most skilled team this year in terms of raw talent, in my opinion, doesn't have the depth of some of the other teams in the playoffs. So if it's not us, I'm gonna go white, despite the fact, and Matt knows this, but he put yellow first at the draft. I put white last at the draft, and I'm ashamed to admit it. But I think, honestly, it was stemming from the draft picks that they had. And they just traded so much for Harry the season before, prior to his departure to Bali this season. But I think I based it on that. But Terry has been incredible. You can keep that up in the playoffs, and they have all their guys. I think they're a pretty good team.
Yeah.
So I'll pick white, if not yellow.
All right. Talking about predictions, the ballot that Matt McCann put his name on for every award is out. Today.
Vote for me.
It came out today.
For best defenseman too.
That's
His name is on every single one of them.
Am I allowed to curse on this?
Yeah, go ahead. No one cares. All right, we'll start off with MVP. The candidates are Charlie Jones, Jeff Wong, and Teddy Hart. Will McInnes, who do you think wins it? Or who would you vote for?
Honestly, I would say this. I've been in Bash 5 years. I think this year is probably the hardest year for MVP. Like, usually it's kind of like, oh, this guy had 50 points and no one else was close.
Yeah.
It's actually, I was looking at it today, it's pretty challenging. Charlie has the most points. He also played the most games. Teddy, I would argue, is potentially the most impactful when he's at the lick. Like, he is just so, like, as someone who has to play defense against Charlie and against Teddy. I think that I guess I played against Charlie for longer. He's obviously incredibly skilled. Maybe I just feel like I know him a bit better.
Yeah.
But I struggle so much playing against Teddy. He's so quick and he's so
fast,
shifty,
yeah,
and he's so strong. Like, he does this thing where he goes side to side and then he'll like duck under your arm and beats you to the net backside on his backhand. It's like he's moving. Everyone else is moving like 2 gears slower than him. And Charlie is like an incredible playmaker. He has insane vision. But the speed and there's so many elements that go into MVP. I'm honestly, and then you have Jeff on D, who I would also say is the best defenseman in the league. And I would say, well, I've won the past 2 years. I would call out that Jeff has not been eligible the past 2 years, which maybe has had an impact. But I don't know. It's honestly so hard for me to say. I honestly, for this one, don't want to say who I voted because it's so close. I'm
valid.
more comfortable giving my vote on Lady Bang, Seventh Man, and some of these other ones. But I think it's neck and neck this year is what I would say.
Brutal, Willie.
I will point one thing out. I'm apparently just
I respect.
ego boosting Jeff Wong today, but the Land Shark, not the Land Sharks, the Yetis only have 2 losses when Jeff is actually playing. So out of the however many games Jeff has
I'm not
made,
surprised.
he's made 9 games.
Not surprised.
They've only
That's too many.
That's too many. They've only lost 2, and they were actually both versus the L team, so the Land Sharks and the Loons, which I just found funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we need a new rule next year for maximum allowable stick length. I'm joking. And Jeff's the first to be scrutinized under the new rule.
Jeff has to use one of my sticks, which is like 5'4" or whatever, like 5,
That's right. That's
5'6" or whatever. All right.
Like mini sticks in the old days.
Yeah, mini sticks. There you go.
Exactly.
Jeff has to play on his knees like Lord Farquaad. Speaking of Jeff, who are you voting for? You can say yourself. It's okay. I won't judge.
Give me 2 seconds here.
No, you're good. We'll go to someone else. Jeff Lee.
You know, I'm gonna just throw in. I don't want everyone else to feel bad about voting if I didn't. I will tell you guys who I voted for. I voted for Charlie. He had the most points this year by a wide margin. He's an incredibly impactful player. I did put my vote in for Charlie. I'll just throw that out there.
There you go, Willie.
There you go, Willie. Respect.
It's no hard feelings.
Yeah, no. I submitted my ballot this morning, and I forgot who I vote for, but I think it might have been.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm genuine. Oh, leave me alone. Why would I lie out of everyone on this podcast? Why would I be the one lying?
You gotta remain neutral.
I'm trying.
Every vote mattered. The votes are all equal. Your vote is, everyone's vote is equally important.
No, I gotta convince Bash to let me host the award show again this year. So, Jeff Lee, who are you voting for MVP?
I gotta say, I was pretty aligned with Willie there.
Okay.
Teddy is an incredible player, but when you match him up with a guy as lethal as Sorcerer,
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. But I feel like only one of them kind of showed up at a time, and we all talk about like, hey, Bash is an attendance league, and Charlie making all of the games was definitely a huge difference maker. Obviously, he had the points to show, but the seeding and the wins as well. It was funny every time we played the Yetis, Jeff Long showed up, and I was like, of course he did, because he only had 9 games this year.
Yeah.
But if he had a couple more, I think my pick would have gone that way. But for attendance and points and impact, Charlie almost beat us playing in net as well. So I gave my vote to Charlie this year.
All right, Matt McCann, go ahead, bud.
I think you guys laid it out pretty well. It's the 3 to pick from is pretty fucked up. They're all so good. Charlie had a personal best in points this year. Jeff had a personal best in points this year. I'm unsure about Teddy's. But yeah, they're so good. I totally agree with Will. Teddy is like a different animal to cover. I remember one time there was kind of like a pop fly ball that was going over both of our heads, and me and Teddy got in a foot race, and I was already at max speed, and then he just turned on the jets and pulled away from me. I was beside myself. That was so impressive. I'm not the fastest guy ever, but that was nuts.
Yeah.
But so I voted for Jeff. Like obviously he's one of my best friends, and I'm going to vote for him. But Jeff is. I don't think anyone knows better than me how important he is to our success when he comes. I do try and teach the team to win when he's not there, and then that he's just an addition when he is there. He's just so instrumental to our success. The game is played so differently. We take the driver's seat when he's there instead of just like fighting for our lives to win. And like MVP is like, the most valuable player to your team. And like I'm there every week. I do my best. But for him to go up and it's a completely different game just is remarkable. So that's why I voted for him. But honestly, shout out to Charlie, like personal best points. He's over 40 years old, by the way. He has, I think he's won most points like the last, I don't know how many years. I don't know if you have a stat on that, Jules.
I don't have the stat on that. I know he won last year though for sure, and I think he won the year before also. So at least 3 now. This is at least his third.
It's been like the last like 5 or 6.
That's the ones that I know.
Incredible, like
yeah,
like that is so impressive. And but yeah, just back to Willie's point about Teddy. He's a fucking beast in a different way. So shout out to him too.
Yeah, and he's kind of overdue for a championship here, like summer.
This could be a legacy playoffs for Teddy.
Yeah,
he could fucking smoke us and go on and smoke the winner of yellow and green.
Charlie's won the last scoring title in the last 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah,
all right.
I knew it was something like that.
It's something silly, yeah. Jeff Wong, go ahead. Who are you voting for MVP?
Sorry, there's a unbelievable lightning storm happening outside now, and I had to get some footage.
We interrupt this broadcast for some breaking news.
I'm safe. I'm sheltering in place.
Okay.
I voted for myself because I needed to at least get 2 votes in there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to vote not for myself, unfortunately. Just that kind of person, I guess. But playing against Charlie and Teddy from a defensive standpoint, kind of like what Will is saying, is like it's so much more of a challenge than. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
No, you're good. Well,
the children,
they
yearn for daddy.
The weatherman.
The weatherman.
He's got to forecast the weather a bit more. There are a couple more strikes off in the distance.
This is what happens when you live 3 hours away from the lick. It's like not even raining. It's not even raining in SF.
I guarantee you, the horses in the backyard are just running amok. That's what he has to go attend to.
Real quick, start thinking about best defenseman. What? Oh my god, you guys are too much. What have I done? What have I done with this podcast?
We're just making horse jokes out here. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, you guys are just making horse. I'm gonna call this podcast horse jokes. That's
after never mind.
Horse jokes after John's quick top 10 worst batch decisions. Sounds fitting. All right. While we're waiting on Jeff, I just want to say the best defenseman class this year is stacked. I was reading through the names and I was like, this is not an easy decision, but your candidates are Chris Torres, Jack Roddy, Jeff Wong, Matt Gottfried, Tony G, Travis Corsani, and Will McInnes. While we're waiting on Jeff, Willie, what are your thoughts on this defensive? Who are you voting for? You can say yourself.
I'll say the same thing. Jeff said I did vote for myself. I will say that I do expect Jeff to win this year. I think he's probably a shoo-in, I would say. Definitely had more points. I would say skill wise is for sure the best defenseman. He's got hands. He's got the offensive power. He's got a wicked shot. And then he's also got the core defensive capabilities. We're teammates on the Bashers, which is an absolute pleasure to play with him. He's such a solid defenseman. So I think he'll probably win, but I did vote for myself.
Got you. Matt McCann, go ahead.
Who are the nominees again? It's
Yeah, I
Jeff,
got you.
Will.
It's
There's like seven guys.
there's like
on the list
seven
this year.
guys. It's
Billy
Chris
was just doing participation awards with the nominees.
Chris Torres,
No, just
Jack
kidding.
Roddy, Matt Gottfried, Tony G, and then Travis Corsani with Jeff and Will.
Will, how do you pronounce Travis's last name?
Yeah,
Travis Cosarini.
Cosarini.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is butchering it? I had
I'm
to
butchering it.
respect
I know. I should be fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, it's got to be Jeff. Jeff qualified for a nomination based on a technicality. He made shout out to the captains for agreeing to vote for
forfeits.
for eligibility. No, not even that. That was already part of the rule. But for eligibility to be half instead of one more game than half. It was big. Jeff made 8 games, and then Red forfeited, so he made 9, which is half of 18. Big math guy. So Jeff, Jeff was my vote. He's a fucking legend. It is so fun to watch him go coast to coast. He wins a 50-50, makes the forward look silly, leaves him in the dust, dekes up the middle, and just either rips one on net or sets up a teammate. It's so entertaining to watch. Willie's a very close second. He's fucking Speedy Gonzalez out there, wicked shot, clutch as hell, very clutch. A couple of OT winners in playoffs under his belt. So what's better than that? He's right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I just want to add one more thing. Player in terms of player to watch in the years to come. As we know, Bash is a ever-changing, ever-aging, group of folks. Travis this year, rookie. I think it took him a couple games to get used to playing at the Lick, which, as we know, has a lot of nuances. I think he actually plays a very similar style to Jeff. He has the same shiftiness. He's got a great shot. He's getting a lot more confidence rushing it. I would just say that in the years to come, I would keep an eye on him. I think he'll develop into someone. He's also tall. He's got the size. I think he'll develop into a very similar player to Jeff. I'll just call that out.
Lofty comparison. I love it. Love it. Jeff Lee, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one. I can't lie. I voted for my running mate, Will McInnes here. I mean, that game winner in the 4-5 playing game was pretty electric. It's been a while since I've had that much riding on the line in any sport. But, I mean, I played against Jeff Long 3 times this year. I think he dog-walked us, more than 3 times, at least once a game. It was pretty special to watch, and obviously, whenever we get a lower mainland guy from BC in the league, it's always great. But no, shout out to this D class. This is pretty deep. Chris Torres had a great year. Obviously, Red had a tough one, but he was great. And then is Matt Gottfried also a rookie?
No, he's been in
No,
the
he left and came back. He was gone for several years, but he came back.
Someone else, but Tony G had a great year for Purple too. Got to give him a shout out on Purple.
Yeah. Has Jeff Long returned from children and lightning strikes?
Yeah, I'm here to start.
Oh, you're all good.
Child's going. Thunder's going. The front door's about to flood.
Oh, Jesus. Take care of that.
It's really raining that hard? Damn, that's
It's the Wild West over here. I'll send some videos. But,
Yeah, no, please do.
Sorry,
Did you
where
throw some sandbags up?
I might have to.
There's got to be some bags of horse feed lying around they could put in front of the door.
They absorb water.
All right, I'm gonna actually share my screen so you guys can see the nominees, so I don't have to read them back and forth. Okay, there it is. All right, Let me just make sure this is still recording. It is. Beautiful. Okay, so Jeff, we were at Best Defenseman. Nominees Chris Torres, Jack Roddy, yourself, Matt Godfrey, Tony G, Travis, I'm going to butcher that last name, and then Will McInnes. Who did you vote for, Jeff? Did I lose? I think we lost Jeff. All good. All good. The storm is hailing.
Jetting through the fucking flood. You see this?
I'm not looking. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. I'll upload it to the thing.
For the listeners, Jeff sent a video of his front walkway, and there's a couple inches of water.
Yeah.
So he may be
dealing with that.
He's about to be consumed.
He's about to be consumed. The tallest defenseman in Bash is about to be consumed, folks. All right.
He doesn't know how to swim, that's for sure.
All right, let's move on to Best Defensive Forward. I always love this award because it's fascinating to me. Your nominees are Jeff Lee, Nicholas McNabb, Nick Kelzer, Nikki Bryant, Rob Fabish, and Sam Knapp. Jeff Lee, let's start with you. Who has your vote?
I voted for Nikki Bryant this year. I play with him on ice, and he's a D-man out there, and that long stick is a huge game changer. So watching him in Bash, it's pretty impressive to see him sell out, get low, use that stick and back check. So definitely admire the two-way game he plays.
Agree. Will McInnes?
I'll just call out for any listeners that haven't yet voted for Lady Bing. Jeff Lee did not vote for himself as best defensive forward. I think that's indicative of a gentlemanly player.
Oh wow!
So if anyone has not voted, I do want to call that out. I voted for Jeff. He's been an incredible two-way player all year. I think this was another one that was stacked. Like everyone on this list is really solid. Usually this award is won by Jared, who unfortunately was injured this year. So I use Jared as the archetype when I compare players to someone playing two-way. Nick Kelzer, incredibly fast. Nicky, for those who don't know, he's the ice captain of many folks on Bash who play on the Silver Bullets, which is our ice team. He plays defense, so he is he's a defenseman at heart. Those guys are incredible, and I think everyone else on this list is also, a great two-way player. I put Jeff. He came into the league this year not knowing a ton about Bash, not knowing a ton about the Lick, but clearly ready to work both ends of the playing surface, and in my opinion, was a shoo-in for Selke.
Nice. Matt McCann, who got your vote for this?
Yeah, I selfishly wanted to nominate myself for this, but then I thought, what have I really contributed, compared to Nick? I originally had myself, and then I had a moment where I had to get real and be like, Nick fucking deserves a vote from our team way more than I do. That dude does not give up on the play. If you strip it from him or you catch a pass ahead of him, he is coming for you, man. And he's not gonna let up. He's relentless, and he's strong on his stick too. He just knows how to win that puck back. He does it so much. He's so annoying to play against. He forechecks extremely hard. A lot of the time you think about back checking, for this award, but forechecking is defense, honestly. The other team has the puck. And he is arguably the best forechecker in the league. So, Bias, he's another one of my best friends. Of course I'm going to vote for him, but I do think that he truly deserves this one.
Alrighty. Honestly, I want to give a shout out to Sam. He's emerged as a really good two-way forward for the Seals, and not only that, but he I think had 21 goals this year. Kind of doesn't get enough credit because of all the star power the Seals have. But
Tied for most goals.
Tied for most goals, yeah. So just wanted to shout him out. doesn't get enough love.
Big
But
shout out.
yeah, yeah. Best seventh man. Oh my! Again, stacked again. Eshwar, who had an amazing season and I think should win Most Improved Player in my opinion. Jason Rutman, Jeremy Apsey, Nicholas McNabb, Robert Fabish, Tony G, and Zach Johnson. Shout out Zach. Love you, bud. Hopefully you can win 3 in a row here. Who has your vote? Matt, let's start with you.
Yeah, so I mean, I clearly voted for everybody on my team. I'll give a shout out to some people on other teams in a second, but I voted for Jason. Jason, I don't know what round we picked him in, maybe like 13th or 14th. Slept on terribly in the draft. Shout out to Kelsberg for being like, "Hey, that's the Montreal guy." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's him." We picked him up. He is our third defenseman, right behind Billy Knupp, so he didn't quite crack the starting lineup. Easily could have on any other team. If we didn't have Billy, he would obviously be our number 2 behind Jeff, which is great. But Jason is slept on. I feel like he was slept on even throughout the season. A lot of captains, a lot of great players in the league would come up to me after the game and be like, "Hey, that guy is good." And he definitely deserves that recognition. He's 50. He's incredibly smart. He doesn't wear shin pads. He didn't fucking wear gloves to start the season. He's hardcore dude from Montreal. He's a legend. So shout out Jason. He had my vote. My second vote, other than him, would be seventh man. Davis is not a seventh man. He's like I guess I'm blue. It's quick there. He's not a starter. Go that far. Ishwar, sorry.
Yeah.
He had a tremendous season for Black and didn't quite crack their starting lineup, but he contributed greatly. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Will McInnes, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I echo what both of you and Matt said. You said Ishwar should be in the contention for most improved. I would agree with that. And I would echo what Matt said about Ishwar as well. I voted for him. This is one of the ones where I tried to stray from voting just for the people on my team. I feel like if everyone did that, it would be maybe a little bit less fun for the awards. Jeremy is a perennial seventh man, great selection. He's an incredible second line player and has stepped up on first line in our team this year too. And when we have some of our top guys out, he's just a really great all around guy. I also just spent the last weekend with him doing the Bring Your Own Big Wheel event. He gave me a bike, and he's just like a great guy. A lot of fun to be around. Ishwar is quickly becoming like a really good skilled basher. He's like him and Rafi, I would say, are like very similar. They're figuring it out. They're both like small guys who are really quick and skilled and are like their shots improving. They're like kind of around the net when you least expect it. And I think his next couple of years are going to be even better. So I voted for him. But I think everyone on this list is really good. Zach is incredible. Jason, I was one of the guys that Matt called out who was like, who the hell is that guy? After, some of the games, I think he's a great player and his draft stock has moved up quite a bit. But yeah, I voted for Ish.
Nice vote. Jeff Lee, go ahead.
So unlike Willie, I voted for my boy Jeremy. I mean, he was huge for our team, stepping in, up and down the lineup, either leading our second line as a centerman or stepping up on the first line when we needed him. He's been fantastic all year, both scoring, back checking, and just an all around hustle guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to echo the sentiments of Will and Matt. Jason Rutman was unbelievable when we played against them the last game against Yetis. Wonger, I believe, went out and Rutman played most of the end of that game, and it was a battle going into the corner against him and Billy. So I'm going to give them a shout out. Also, big shout out to Ish for, I think, probably the most clutch goals this year. I think he had a couple overtime goals and regulation game winners. So definitely admire his game.
Yeah. All right, moving on to most gentlemanly. Um, I think a female should be on this list. I think Britta should be on this list, but I'll argue that point later. Anthony Delmonico, Carter Weaver, David Panisse, Jeff Lee, Nick Kelzer, and Teddy Hart. Who has your vote? I think I voted Carter for this one, but that's because I saw Carter play at one pickup and was like, that kid's gonna be a monster. So I take credit for that. Anyways, McCann, kick us off. Forgot who's on the pod for a second.
Yeah. I voted for Nick, dude. That dude is not. I'm sorry, but like, can you blame me? He's so good and plays so fucking hard.
Yeah.
And is so nice. Has he ever said anything mean? Have you knocked him down and slashed the shit out of him? Has he ever got in your face, gave you a dirty look? Like, no, he hasn't done any of that. Like, I'm sorry. I know it's so lame that I voted for all these dudes, but like, I feel like you did. Jeff, I thought you were going to be more of a trash talker, but you really are like a really nice guy out there. Like, I think you deserve it just as much as Nick does. Teddy, same time, if you're a premier player like Teddy is, and like big shots in the league get like just hammered, dude, just like slashed, hit, beat up. Teddy, it takes a lot. He keeps his lips sealed. Yeah, super high class guy, so I respect him too. But shout out Nick Kelzer.
Yep, for sure. Who am I forgetting? McInnes, my bad.
I got some thoughts on this. I mean, one thing I will say is I feel like Bash as a whole is becoming a more gentlemanly league, which I think is great. There's definitely examples of the contrary. I think some of the captains this year, myself included, have been getting yappier. But like, if I think about every rookie that joined the year this league, just like a lot of great young players coming in with like a lot of respect, really good guys to be around, no douchebags. It's been great to usher in the new era of Bash with just like a really, really great group of guys. I voted for Jeff. I'll say two things. One, I voted for Jeff. There's a really good clip. I can't remember what game it was against, but McCann, shout out Matt for being the video man. But there was a clip of Jeff catching a high stick, high slot, and anyone else in the league would have screamed, dropped their stick, yelled for a high stick, made a huge deal out of it. Jeff ate the high stick and then slowly slid to the back door and tapped in a goal like 5 seconds later, which like I think is indicative of the way that Jeff plays the game. It was a clear vote for me. The guy who I think is missing from this list is Sorcerer.
I agree with that.
And Sorcerer, like genuinely, this is not a one-time thing. There have been multiple times in Bash where Sorcerer will get tripped or something will happen and a penalty will get called against him or a goal will go in and he will turn to the ref and be like, that was not a penalty. Or that was, that actually didn't go in. Or like he is it's shocking how that is like the antithesis of 90% of Bash players. And I think that he does deserve a shout out in that regard. I was very excited to vote for Jeff, but if it wasn't for Jeff, I would say Sorcerer would be probably my second pick.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Willie. He's another dude, premier player, gets fucking abused. Like,
absolutely abused. And like held up, packed. Like
he'll smile at the ref and see if like the ref will call a penalty. If he doesn't, he'll be like,
he's like, oh well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the interactions I've had with Zach Sorcerer have been awesome. Very nice guy. Jeff Lee, did you go for this one yet? I forgot.
I have not.
All right. Make your pick.
Just to echo on the Sorcerer topic, I mean, I remember when we played them last, he slashed me in the hand, like, just a normal play, back checking, and he apologized instantly. It was kind of hilarious. I didn't expect it. One other side note from Sorcerer, we had an ice game this week, and he pulled the Michigan on the goalie. I accidentally hit the goalie in the face and walked himself to the penalty box because he thought it was
Oh, Jesus.
And there was no call. We
It was
had to
genuinely
we had to pull him out of the box.
both impressive things I've seen on the ice, but then also admirable things that he didn't say a word and walked himself to the box, and we had to tell him no.
Please give me a penalty.
Please give me a penalty.
So that
It's
was
crazy.
a side note. So for this one, I voted for Nicky Kelzer. Similar to Matt, I mean, the dude's a silent assassin, but he's also the kindest guy ever. He's always hanging around the lick, whether he's playing or not, just shooting the shit with everyone. So I had to give him the vote for this. But yeah, I mean, echoing the sentiments with Teddy, that guy's obviously a dog, but you know, he doesn't have to talk the talk because he just walks the walk. It's pretty crazy. Panis, obviously a perennial winner of the Lady Bing. I got to give him a shout out as well.
Yeah, I love David Panis.
Do we have other Jeff back? I'd love to hear him chime in if he's back.
Mr. Jeff.
Longer.
You can genuinely. Oh shit! Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What's up, boys? We're all good. The weather has passed.
I'm glad.
Amen. Dude.
That was some insane weather.
The biblical storm has moved on.
Dude, it was the craziest thing I've seen in a long time.
How are the chickens?
But speaking, the chickens seem to be okay in their little house.
Great news.
Wait, Jeff, you have
just
chickens?
to carry on this.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got like fucking 15 of them now.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways, this is an off recording conversation. Jeff, you want to run us
We'll
through
have
your
another
picks?
podcast about it.
We'll have another podcast about
What
Jeff's
do I- okay,
chickens,
what do
I
I
promise. Well, let's have a Jeff moment here. We're gonna call this the Jeff moment, all right? Who was your vote for best defenseman? The options are Torres, Roddy, Wong, Gottfried, Tony G, Travis, Will.
I voted for myself for MVP. I'm going to vote for myself in best defenseman.
All right, best
But
defensive.
if I didn't vote for myself, it would have been Will. That was their vote.
We love a
I
confident
don't know if it
game.
was said, but I'm so stoked to play with them on Masters.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go. Best defensive forward: Jeff Lee, Nicholas McNabb, Nick Kelzer, Nicky Bryant, Rob Fabish, Sam Knapp.
Are all those guys centers except for Nick?
Centers except for Nick. Sam's a winger. McNabb plays center or plays wing. Jeff, similar.
Jeff plays winger when he's there. He plays center when he's up there.
Defensively, I have to play center, though.
Yeah, center on D, regardless.
I voted for Nick Kelzer. He's so. Maybe it's just something being from a defensive standpoint, but him and Matt on the back, it's such a treat. At the way.
All right, that's a solid choice. Nick
Wong,
Kelzer.
are you cutting in enough? You're cutting it out a little bit.
Speak better Wi-Fi.
The lightning might have knocked out your satellite.
You sound good now.
Oh, we lost. Jeff, do you
Am
want
I
to
good
repeat
now?
what you said? Yeah, repeat what you said
Yeah,
though,
it's
because
better.
it was
That's
it was
better.
cutting in and out.
Your explanation for Nick is what
Yeah.
we're missing.
Oh, I said from a defenseman standpoint, watching Nick and Matt be able to, sufficiently back check is such a treat from, again, a defenseman's point of view. So I had to shout out my boy and give him a little love there too. So I voted for Kelzer.
All right. Who was your vote for best seventh man? Ash, Jason,
There's
Jeremy.
going to be a theme to all my picks here.
Yeah, we're just running through all your picks.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
rapid
call
fire.
this the Jeff moment, and there's gonna be like a little graphic that says the Jeff moment or something. I don't know if I have time.
So a couple things on this one. Looking at the names, I voted for Jason because, again, I think Matt had mentioned like our top five, and then Jason is easily the next guy that slides in there. And if anyone goes down, he could probably like forward if we needed him to. I think very underrated. And then the only name on there, like, why is Tony on there? Tony's too good to be a seventh man.
I was thinking that too. Didn't he start for purple? Zach
Yeah,
Johnson starts
he's-
for blue, doesn't he?
That's
Yeah,
that's
I
why
put
didn't vote for
Fabish
him.
in that category too.
Yeah, Fabish.
I know we talked about
Yeah,
this. He played tier 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say those guys are probably beyond the seventh man. But Jason and that should probably be my second choice after that one. He's played some real good minutes this year. Definitely a lot of growth from last year too.
And then this is where most gentlemanly Anthony Delmonico, Carter Weaver, David Panisse, Jeff Lee, Nick Kelzer, Teddy Hart. Who did you vote for? And then we're going to go back into the rotation.
I voted for Kelzer on this one. He's second nicest person bashed. I think you guys talked about it. Zach Socher is by far and away maybe the nicest person I've ever met in my life. So, but on this list, Nick is my vote.
All right. Best goalie. The nominees were Chris Casilli, Nick Peterson, and Terry Mitchell. Let's start with the other Jeff Lee. Who has your vote?
Can I ask a question first? Sorry, I
Yeah,
don't
go
mean to
ahead.
jump in. Is this the Vezina, right?
Yeah, this is
It
pretty much the
is.
best.
I don't know why
yeah.
Crawford was on the list.
Why isn't Eric Crawford on this list?
I don't know why he was. Maybe he didn't make enough games. Maybe
not
PD
enough
played
games.
more
That's
games.
why.
Let
Not
me.
enough games.
I can pull
That's
up
right.
the stats.
No,
not
that
enough
is the
games?
reason I remember that
All right.
because he statistically had a better average than Terry, but it was like one game short from being nominated
Yeah.
or being able to be nominated. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
No, you're good.
I mean, huge shout out to Terry for such a heater of the season. Casilli stonewalled us a couple games, but I had to give the shout out to Petey. I think he's probably the goalie we had the most trouble with, even though we had to play against Crawford in the 4-5 plan. I mean, if Crawford was on the list, maybe you'd give it to him. But man, the Black Petey Crawford tandem is pretty lights out.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of the best tandems in the league. Will McInnes, let's hear from you.
It's so hard because I'm looking at the stats right now. Casilli and Terry actually both had better stats than Nick this year. Casilli had a slightly better save percentage and the same exact GAA as Nick, and then Terry had both a better save percentage and a better GAA. And Casilli also played 18 games, whereas Nick only played 10.
Yeah.
It's a really, and I'm looking at this now. I probably should have looked at this before I voted. It's such a hard thing. I mean, Bash it's like sometimes the goalie who has the best fundamentals, who I think is Nick, and that's what I voted for. Sometimes it just like doesn't translate into the stats. Terry would be another good example. I know he's been training up with Nick this year, which I think has been super helpful for him. But, fundamentally, I would put Nick ahead of him too.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Nick is the best fundamental goalie, but I'm sure Casilli is going to be upset to hear that as I'm looking at these stats. I mean, he had a shutout. Terry had 2 shutouts. Nick had none. Yeah, tough year. Honestly, a really even year for goalies. I voted for Nick. If Eric was on the list, I would 100% vote for Eric. 94% save percentage is pretty shocking. Like, that's really high.
Yeah, that's
He went 5-1. Yeah, like, maybe throw him in net full-time next year if you're Black. But I voted for Petey.
Matt McCann, go ahead.
I voted for Terry.
Yeah.
The stats don't lie. The ball came to the net, and he stopped it. Goals against average, nice and low. Willie, I don't have the stats in front of me. Did Crawford beat him in GAA?
I have it pulled up. Matt, you can see it on screen, or hopefully.
See.
Yeah, he did. He had really significantly lower. It's like 1-7 versus 2-7.
We had a couple high scoring games against. And the save percentage is still respectable, right behind him. I voted for Terry. The ball came to the net. He stopped it. And he was there for us when we needed him. Like we eventually like hard shots come to the net. They're not all like shots from the outside. And he saved them. There was a lot of moments where I'm like, man, this might be a goal. Boom, save. And it was super important. So that's why he got my vote. Just to touch on the other two goalies, Nick, I agree, is the best fundamental goalie. When you keep two goalies, you don't have the offense, you don't have the defense to really put your team in a position like other teams and maybe not face as many shots, as many high scoring chances. So considering that, Nick definitely deserves a look. Vasily has been so great and so stable. I used to think it was just because of depth, but no, I'm just joking. No, Chris is a man of his own, man. He's been really great. There's been plenty of times where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking snipe on him, and he shuts me down, and I have to look down at my feet and walk away. He's been great this year, and Blues attendance has been asked this year. He's a major reason why they finished second and why they're in a great spot to have a good playoff run. So, I agree. Like it's a dead even race. So, congrats to whoever wins that.
Yeah. Jeff Wong, go ahead.
Similar to Matthew, this was probably the hardest one for me. I went with the loyalty to the Yeti, and I picked my boy Terry. Kind of like Matt was saying, like I wasn't there for a lot of the games, and we still did pretty well, and he carried for his first time really ever being a fall league goalie. Like that's unbelievable. Stats look great, and yeah, like Matt said, he still shot the puck when we needed it to. But like Matt was saying, like Vasily, unbelievable, just with the attendance on Blue not always being the greatest and still being able to kind of carry a lot of the games. And then my boy PD, just unbelievable. PD is, like I think Will was saying, like probably the best goalie I've ever actually played with in ball hockey, which is pretty cool. But I had to go with my boy Terry on this one.
All right. Most improved: Eshwar, Igor, Max Kelly, Sam Knapp, Terry Mitchell, Zach Johnston. Who has your vote? Let's start with Willie. Go ahead, bud.
I would probably. As I looked at this, I feel like I took Sam and Zach out because they were both already quite good. They had great seasons, but I don't know if I would consider them to be like most improved. I would put Igor in that category as well. Like he, is very solid, but I don't know if there was like significant change year over year. I voted for Terry. I personally think he's a shoo-in for this award. I know it's funny, like voting for someone on most improved when they change positions year over year. It's almost like you want to call the award most underrated going into the season, which I think 100% Terry would win that award. Like I counted White out this year because Terry was an untested goaltender. I think a lot of people were questioning how good Terry would be, and he turned out to be, but as the stats would show, the best goalie in the league based on the numbers. So I voted for Terry. I would say the one thing I would call out is Max Kelly, who I spent a lot of time playing with on D this year. He reminds me a lot of Austin White 1 to 2 years ago, where it's, tall defenseman, solid, really good hockey fundamentals, and have really figured out the lick. Max has gotten a lot more confidence on D. The last couple of games, he's been carrying the ball pretty well, making offensive rushes. And I think in the next year or two will translate super well into like a third serviceable defenseman. And so I would just shout him out. But I think given Terry's stats, it's pretty hard to argue against him for most improved, if that's the way that you're looking at the award.
Yeah. Let's go with Jeff Wong. Go ahead, bud. We're going to switch it up.
I voted again for my boy Terry. Kind of what Will was alluding to, like going even from summer league to now, because he played goalie full-time summer league, and just the strides he's made is pretty cool to see. Again, he's an awesome guy off the ice too, so it's nice to see him make those improvements. He's also like one of the dads of the year too.
Yeah.
And then again, like Sam, Zach, like they're already super solid. Igor is super solid already, so I didn't really see them as necessarily most improved because they were already good. Esh, not that he wasn't good before, but Esh definitely made a lot of strides this year too. So if it wasn't for Terry on there, I probably would have voted for Esh.
Jeff Lee, let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta echo everything these guys have been saying. I voted for Terry. From summer league to the pickups when we saw him. He was the new 7th starting goalie, I believe, in the fall league. So for him to step in and win the Jennings, I think the award is, right, the goals against average award is pretty damn impressive. I want to say if you put betting odds on that to start the season, I don't know how many votes Terry would have gone at first, but I mean, man, look at the way he performed this year. It's pretty undeniable.
Yeah, for sure. Matt McCann, go ahead. Finish us off with the Terry sweep.
I have a couple questions.
Yes.
Will, Max Kelly's not a rookie?
No, he is a rookie.
He is a rookie.
Oh, okay. So you can still qualify for this award throughout the season. You don't have to have a season prior.
I actually don't know the answer to that question. I thought of it as, game 1 versus game 18.
Okay.
He had the best improvement, but I guess other folks might have a different view.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I always thought it was like from last year, and that's why I was surprised. I'm really happy to hear that you guys voted for Terry, and that makes sense why you guys would vote for him in that aspect, because I thought he wouldn't really get a lot of votes for this because he changed, positions. He played like defense and forward for Blue last year, and I kind of thought people wouldn't vote for him. I voted for Terry. A very close second is Ishwar. Ishwar played for us last year. We had just a monstrous roster, and he was on our second line, and I wished I was able to give him some more minutes. I definitely put him out there a bunch. He was maybe our 6th forward or something like that. We were pretty stacked, and it's very. I tell new players all the time. I love drafting the same players, but it's also really great to go to other teams. You get to meet more people, and you kind of have a chance to break out and shine. That's kind of what happened to me. I was on Blue my first season, kind of buried in the lineup, maybe 6th forward, 5th forward, something like that. Had a good playoffs, got drafted early, went to White, and been on White almost ever since. So Ishwar is a very similar story to that. I'm glad he found a ton of success on Black. He deserves it.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we're gonna do, I don't really, best referee is funny to me. We'll get to that in a second. But rookie of the year. Oh, this is
a
also
big one.
This is stacked again. Andrew Song, Carter Weaver, Jeff Lee, Jeff Saw, Jordan Stinson, Quinn, and Tony G. Let's start with McCann. Go ahead, lead us off, buddy.
I just asked you guys a question.
Yeah.
How blessed are we to have such a hard decision? In prior years, it's been pretty easy to figure out. But that's so good for the league that we're sitting here looking at how many seven dudes, and it's pretty fucking tight between all of them.
By the way, Travis Kozarini is not even on this list.
Yeah.
Why is he a crazy shade throw? He was definitely put up by Yellow. I don't know. I guess no other teams put him up.
I put him up too. Yeah, we put him up.
That's crazy.
Too.
I'm surprised he's not on this list. I was going to shout that out.
No, he was in our 3 to nominate. That's insane. Fire the commissioners. Anyway, I voted for Jordan Stinson. He was a bit of White loyalty, sure. But I wanted to give him some shine. I'm glad he got a nominee. He was slept on in the draft. White had to get creative with their first fifth. We had a 5th round pick as our first pick. We had to get creative. All these hot shots like Jeff Lee, Carter, Andrew Song, Jeff Song. They all went early. Travis, he went early. We were eyeing him, but Willie did his research.
reeled him in. And so we had to get creative. And I watched Jordan in one of the pickups, and he reminded me of like a more skilled like Matt Rempe, just like a tall dude. He kind of looks like him too. Just charges the net, has some decent skill. And he has been so good. I didn't think he would be as good as he is. He's so fast. He's a big dude. He's got to be like 6'2", like 210 or 200. And he is as fast as Nick Kelsers, though. We basically have two Nick Kelsers on the wing, and one is bigger. And he's low. He got a fucking wicked shot. He doesn't shoot enough. And yeah, like he's legit. I don't think that enough people will put respect on his name to get the dub. So my close second is Carter Weaver, because, and Jeff is like right there too, but I feel like Carter kind of carried Purple along with Andrew, but Carter was there like almost like every game, and I was just like really impressed with him. He's a great all-around player, so I wanted to give him some shine too. So
Yeah.
Shout out Carter.
Jeff Wong, let's go to you, bud. Who do you have?
Yeah. What do I say about Jordan that Matt didn't just say?
Yeah, I really had to jam
I
him
mean,
off, dude.
Yeah, dude. God damn, he's holy filth. Every single one of my picks is just Yeti loyalty, so I didn't stray from this one.
Will hates this dude.
Yeah, Will absolutely hates that, but
Will is punching the fucking keyboard.
How about Stinson?
No, that me and Jeff just keep picking all the
he just
Yetis.
takes all Yetis.
I do agree that.
Yeah, you guys.
That's kind of
You
lame.
guys have picked Yetis for every vote.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get
yes, it is a little lame, but
Loyal
you
to
know,
the sauce.
you gotta advocate. Go ahead, Jeff.
But yeah, I picked Jordan for this. Kind of like Matt said, he's been super solid for us on the wing. I mean, shout out also. This is completely beyond the point, but Jordan was initially going to play center for us, and he just wasn't as comfortable there. So Matt stepped in to play center, and if you look at the stats from Matt going from wing to center, he's like one of the top probably 3 centers in the league right now, maybe 4. I don't know. So shout out to you, Matthew.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daddy.
I got you, brother. But I mean, all these, like, it's crazy how was 3 top rookies. Yellow's got 3 with Travis not being on there. Just what a time for the league. Yeah, Jordan was my pick. I don't want
All
to
right.
ramble on too long.
Willie, go ahead. I saw you unmute like 5 times, so it's your time to shine.
You're trying to get a word in.
Oh, my unmutes are getting
Andrew.
tracked now. God, you're good. Yeah, look, I mean, I'll shout out Jordan Stinson quickly. I will say Matt put up a funny video of us on the Bash account towards the beginning of the season where I wasn't used to playing. These new players, you never know how they're going to be. And he established his body position in front of the net, and he was a lot stronger than I thought he was going to be, clearly a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be. And I had trouble moving him, and I resulted to... If you watch the video, it might be a little bit unclear, but I kind of pull him into the goalie. The puck then goes in the net. The ball goes in the net. And the votes from 1,500 people who responded to that poll said that it should be no goal. So I think I won the online battle, but in my own mind, and when I go to sleep at night, I know that was a goal, 100%. That was a goal and should have been an interference penalty on me. So really strong player. I've been going into the corners with him all year, and he's a very strong guy. So I just wanted to shout that out as a funny note. If I were to rank these, though, I mean, the top 4 on this list are just like crazy good players, like insane ads, young guys. Hopefully, all stay in the Bay for a long time, and we'll all be like top 5 to top 10 point generators for the next like 10 years, which is insane. Like we haven't had a year like this in so long. Andrew Song, incredible. Weaver's incredible. Had to vote, of course, for my boy Jeff Lee. Matt, I do agree with you. Carter did carry a mid-team this year. Jeff carried a great team this year. and led the Loons in points, and yeah, is carrying us deep into the playoffs. In my opinion, Jeff's a shoo-in for this, but I think it'll be maybe tight between him and Carter. But I think everyone on this list, Jeff Saw, shout out, incredible first year as well.
Yeah, he's
and
fucking
great,
good too.
great line mate with Jeff. Really good chemistry. Really happy with. By the way, I will say the last thing I'll say is that at the draft, I went into the draft knowing everyone who was already in Bash. Jeff Lee is a first-time Basher and also a first-time captain.
Yeah.
Came into the draft and was heavily influential in picking both Jeff Saw and Travis Cosarini, who are now going to form a very core part of our team, hopefully for the foreseeable future. So I just want to shout out Jeff for picking the other Jeff, who has been a really core part of our offense. He knows ball, exactly.
Yeah.
Ball.
Can I add real quick that 4 of these rookies are on the Bashers this year, and the other 3 are on the Burgers. So let's tell them.
Yeah, but the future is good. The NBHL with their cap. Anthony, if you're listening, you can't hold us.
Say if Anthony's listening.
I'll send it to him. I'll shoot him a message to listen to this one. All right. Jeff Lee, go ahead. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I mean, this is
You can pick
this is a
yourself,
pretty
bud. You deserve it.
strong class to be a part of. I remember when we first saw Andrew's song at a pickup, it was pretty jaw-dropping watching him go end to end. Carter Weaver, I didn't really know before the league kind of picked up, but to echo what everyone else said, I mean, he carried that purple team both in points and as a leader and scorer for the team. Jeff Saw has been unbelievable playing on a line with him between me and Z. I mean, me and Saw kind of alternate down low, and it's been really fun getting a cycle going with them, building chemistry, and super stoked to see where that goes in the future. I will say this is the one category I did vote for myself. I don't know how many rookie captains there have ever been, but I think it's just been such a fun year to kind of step into a leadership position in a totally new environment. And fortunately, I was able to go neck and neck with Carter in the rookie points battle. Obviously, our attendance was higher, but I mean, going back to my point with Charlie, I think attendance always matters. So yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, I can't wait to grow with these guys and play with them on a proper NBHL surface and see how we continue to grow with the league. But yeah, super stoked for the future here.
Yes. I honestly do not remember who I voted. It was either Carter or Jeff, but this rookie class is stacked, and it's exciting to watch these guys. And I'm excited to watch some of these rookies shine come playoffs. Best referee. I love how we have an award for this because half the time the league just yells at the refs. But Charlie Jones and Tug, just real quick. Jeff Wong, who did you vote for this one?
I voted for Charlie.
Nice. Willie McInnes, who did you vote for this one?
I voted for Tug. Honestly, I wish there were more nominees for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tug's just who do I think is a better ref? Maybe is up for debate. I guess they were. It's called best referee. But Tug shows up every weekend and volunteers. He'll text me ahead of time and be like, do you want me to do the 10 a.m. or the 9 a.m. or the 1? He'll just he really does love reffing. And although I've had issues with him in the past, many issues, I think his commitment to the game is pretty impressive.
The dude loves Bash.
The dude loves Bash.
We all love Bash in different lenses, and that's his lens. So I think that's a great shout out, Will.
Matt, go ahead. Who did you vote for?
I'm gonna abstain.
All right.
No,
boring.
I want to vote for Charlie, but Charlie was the ref for. I know you're listening, Charlie. Charlie was the ref for the notorious two balls on the
Oh.
play, which is our most viral video on Instagram. And the overwhelming number of individuals who watched that were like, what the hell is this? Like, that was a goal. The goalie should have saved it, blah, blah, blah. And Casilli, lost his mind. Shout out to Casilli, though, for putting a lid on the demons within and being a very great sport the rest of the season. But he convinced Charlie. There's no doubt in my mind he convinced Charlie to change that call. Charlie folded and then stayed on stayed strong on his opinion. Whether or not he truly means that or not is up for debate. So, Charlie, I didn't forget about that. I curse you for that moment. We probably would have won that game. But otherwise, shout out Tug. Both great reps. And lastly, thank you for reffing all these games. We do appreciate you. That man.
Agreed.
That's it.
All right. Jeff Lee, go ahead.
I voted for Tug on this one. Kind of,
Yeah.
repeating what Will said. He stepped in for us quite a few times to both ref our games and ref for our own responsibility. So, obviously, great getting to know him this year. And a gentleman, I guess he kind of stays on the short side of the boards. But no, we love Tug. But shout out to Charlie. He did call a tripping penalty on me that I do not believe was a penalty in the playing game. But
Unbelievable.
went to the vote.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with Tug, by the way, reffing, is that when you ref with him, he refuses to let you stand in the sunny side of the lick. He forces the other ref to stand in the shade side. It's a seniority thing, and I get that, but we're all there to get tan. That's why we go to bat.
Bro, he doesn't want you to get skin cancer.
So
Yeah, no, he's actually looking out for
he's
you.
looking out for us.
Yeah.
He's looking
I
out
also
for us.
have to give a shout out to Willie Boy McInnes. I know he wants to win this award.
Will, that's right.
I'm surprised not to see
To
him
me, this
here.
is more important than the Vesna. I'll be honest. This is the one I'm gunning for every year.
So wait, can we all agree that we need to lower the minimum?
I
amount of
fought for
games?
that last
A
Captain's
couple-
meeting, and
a
it
couple
got shot
years
down
ago-
immediately.
I forget if Neil was on the pod, he would know the reason why. I forget what it is, but we voted to increase it.
I tried to push to decrease it, and it was shot down immediately.
I think it should be like
Like a
3.
year ago.
Did it used to be
It should
3?
be 3 or 4. Or it
Three
should
or
include playoffs, because playoffs is when the most important reffings happen. Like that's, I don't know. We could figure it out the next.
But yes, 6 is insane. Who the like? I say who the hell ref 6, but those are the two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of waters down the award. So commissioners, that's our feedback.
Jeff Wong, who did you pick? I don't remember. I went to you. There's a lot.
Yeah, I said I picked Charlie.
Okay,
I
great.
picked Charlie, but I mean, they're both great guys.
Comeback of the year: Britta and Chris Torres.
Let me start on this one here.
Go ahead. All yours.
I love Chris Torres. He's a great guy. I know he literally came back to bash, but my girl Brita got hit by a fucking car.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we need to say.
Yeah,
And she
pretty
got
much.
He
hurt
was
by
upside
Pretty
down,
much.
like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Can I also can I add in that I agree. I love Chris. He's been my D partner on the Bashers for multiple years, and I really do love him. We only put forth Brita for this award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the only answer.
No.
Yeah.
The video of her getting yeeted through an intersection, and then the picture of her scar, and then coming back, and then also can I shout out that maybe in the same year she got proposed to at the lick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable.
Incredible.
Shout out to Brita, and
Yeah.
that was a no brainer in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she didn't
I think
just
we
come
all
back.
agree on that.
She's on our second line. Like, she's not just coming back and just hanging
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
She's putting in minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's having a great season too. But I'll add that our dialogue, like after her accident immediately was like about her timeline to return to Dash. And we were like, oh my God, you almost died. Are you okay? Tell me about your surgeries. And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to come back and play Summer League. And then
week after week we would text and she'd be like, yeah, I'm doing better. I'm looking forward to coming back playing. Like, that's what it would mostly be about. So she's a diehard, she's a legend, and she gives it to the boys. Shout out the man hater, Rita.
I would also nominate Brita for best chatter in the 3-second window prior to ball drop. She, when lining up, always has a nice, funny comment. So I don't know. It just feels like she's always chatting prior to ball drop. But and I say this both as a ref because she plays center some of the time, and also as someone who's lined up against her. I feel like she's got great energy as someone who's never been on our team. She brings good vibes.
Do we need a Bash Banter award?
We do.
That would be honestly
We
a
do.
really good ad.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be a really good ad.
Yeah.
Note for the commissioners.
Commissioners, if you're listening to this, you should apply some of the things we've said today.
Bash banter.
You can call it the Eddie Parsons Award.
The Eddie Parsons Award.
Honestly, yes.
Honestly, yeah.
We
Talk
should
about
add a most, whatever you want to call or phrase, a most slept on, like best draft pick, maybe.
Best draft pick?
Yeah.
Underrated draft pick,
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
Wookiee
another good
Award this year is being voted on by the commissioners, so we're not going to worry about that one.
Can Will and I give a quick shout out for that award?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think this is a shoe-in.
Julia, we can see
That's
your-
fine. You can see my email. My pink thing, that's fine. I don't really care.
You should get that bra.
I should get that, bra. This is. I'm calling HR. All right, Jeff, go ahead. Please.
Wait. Yeah, let Jeff go ahead.
All right, is this the Wookiee? What's the award called?
It's the
Wookiee.
Wookiee Award.
Yeah, okay, the Wookiee Award. All right. This has got to go to McCann and Neal. I mean, the effort that they put in to get the video footage and help grow the league. McCann's also running the social media. He's responding to all the bots, all the trolls, and supporting all of the men and women in the league that are just doing their best out there. It may not be pretty sometimes. Shout out Jeremy. But we have a new 360 camera. We're innovating, and
Goalie camera, too.
I'm just glad that I'm getting sent videos from friends that don't even live on the West Coast that are like, hey,
Yeah.
this looks crazy, and they'll catch a video. So it's great for the game. It's great for the league. Obviously fun to see some highlights and lowlights at times, but big shout out to Neal and McCann for continuing to grow the league via social media.
Yeah.
I would
Thank
second
God.
that, and I was gonna call this out earlier, but you mentioned that we're gonna mic someone up
We are.
for playoffs.
We are.
Like, that is insane. Like, are we like it's? I feel like I'm watching ESPN.
Yeah.
The goalie cam footage of James running over after our OT winner.
It's
Like,
so
people are. I agree with Jeff. People are like on the East Coast are sending us in this, being like, I follow Bash. Like, they're like my friends from the East Coast who I grew up with are like following Bash now. It's awesome, and I think the rule that we can't vote captains and commissioners for this award is ridiculous. We didn't
That's-
put forth anyone for this award besides McCann and Neal. So
Yeah.
agree with Jeff.
There's a rule we can't do captains for this award?
I
For
didn't know
Wookiee Award, you can't put forth a captain or a commissioner, which I think is ridiculous.
That's-
and that was what I
I
put
mean,
in my
this
email.
I feel like there's like a separate situation. Like, Matt's not doing it. He's not winning it because he's the captain. He's winning it. 'cause he's
Agreed,
the-
and it's not. It's also not a play based award. So
Yeah.
our advocacy was to get rid of that rule. I think it's pretty clear. Neal also hit. I do want to call out. Neal won. Neal, he didn't win. Sorry, he hit 8 years as commissioner last season, which made him the longest standing commissioner, and he has continued that streak this year. And so, yeah, I think both Matt and Neal deserve some real credit for that.
Thanks for the shout out, boys. Just to put like some tiny bit of context on it, the Rookie Award, is like, who best represents Bash, but it's also in the spirit of Wookiee, and Wookiee was a guy who I don't think was ever a captain or a commissioner. It's kind of just like a great guy in the league who, makes it better in some shape or form. So I really appreciate the shout out, but I think that's where the spirit of the award comes from. The captains and commissioners are nominated and eligible for a lot of awards. So this one's for a lot of the other guys.
I get that, brother, but who else is also putting hours of time
Yeah.
editing footage on this while also being
Agreed.
a
I'm
dog?
locked in. Bash is
So-
pay for my cloud subscription. I got too much data.
Oh my god.
It's true. You send me the
You'll pay me.
videos, and it's like 100 megabytes per video. My phone is like dying every
Well-
time you send the clips.
Yes. We'll have more clips for you guys. Playoffs start tomorrow. And it's 10:30, and some of these guys have a 10 a.m. game, so I'm gonna let them go here. Stay tuned for some mic'd up footage. Sergi will be mic'd up first. He is my guinea pig for this. Sorry, Serge, love you. Let's go around and just say final thoughts, and I'm trying to think of a question here. Who has the worst stick tape job in Bash? So I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Jeff Wong, go ahead. Mr. Lightning Man himself.
Yeah.
My brother in Christ, I'm not even at the lick very often. How am I supposed to know who's got stick tape job?
Well, you know the league well enough. I trust you.
Honestly, this is like a Charlie question. He could tell you every single person's stick tape. I don't pay attention to that. No, I got no answer for that. Honestly, I gotta get going here. It's
Go, go.
way past my bedtime.
I'll answer. Here's what I'll say. I actually don't have a worst tape job. I have maybe a best tape job.
Cool.
I can't remember if it was Charlie or Pransky who had it, but they have the two lines of tape on the blade that are horizontal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's meant to add traction for the spinning ball, which I think is actually really big in Bash, where the ball will sometimes come off a shot and it'll be sitting there, but it's spinning like crazy, like a top. Or it's for shooting or in traction. I don't know, but I started putting the two strips of tape across the blade. And I feel like it's been helpful. So I'll throw that out there for maybe the best tape job in Bash.
All right. Jeff Lee.
Oh, good question. I got two guys on my team. We have Max Kelly, who had what I didn't realize was a composite stick that looked like wood for most of the year. And then shout out Andy McGrath. I think he has half a blade left remaining on
Yeah,
his.
dude. Yeah, he always has an atrocious twig.
Love that guy, though.
We have a GoFundMe going if anyone would like to contribute.
Send me the
for
link.
Andy McGrath's
I'll put it in the
new
description.
equipment fund.
Send me a link. I'll put it in the description of
Oh,
this episode.
and the mismatched gloves. That's a good one too.
I need a picture of this now. Okay. McCann, end us off, buddy.
It's got to be Casilli, dude. You should. I mean, maybe not now with this new paddle, but he got a new paddle probably like 3 years ago, and you should have seen this TJ on this thing, dude. It was the most like loosely mummified, like over taped stick I had ever seen. Like, you got to use your imagination. I was appalled, and I made him take it off. I was probably a bit too mean, but he took it in good spirits, and he put a better one back on, and he put on a nice big lunkless knob on it. So he was good to go after that.
Yeah. All right. With that, I just looked at the time. This podcast was 1 hour and 42 minutes long. So,
We were yapping.
yeah, that's an
But
understatement.
we were, I think we were respectfully yapping.
No, you guys, it's a really good
This was good.
podcast. I'm gonna hopefully have this edited by tomorrow and put up, hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Jules' schedule is a little bit lighter now, so I can actually focus more on Bash stuff. So stay tuned. I'm gonna try and organize one more of these next week after the first round. So whenever the first round ends, I'll try and bully people. Stay tuned for our mic'd up series for playoffs, and we'll be back with you guys soon. Thanks, guys.